Namaste, 9th standard. Today we are going to deal in this video about your second lesson, that is Mauritius. Some of the main points I have listed here. Before going to the main points, I will let you know about the author of this lesson, that is R.K. Lakshman. R.K. Lakshman is none other than a famous cartoonist, Indian cartoonist. He is also a younger brother of R.K. Narayan, a famous novelist. This is a travelogue. Mauritius is a travelogue. Travelogue means writing an article written about the travel. So, this article is taken from Idle Hour, written by R.K. Lakshman. So, coming to the main points of this lesson, today we will discuss only till 7th para of this lesson. Next part we will discuss 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 14. Till 14 we will discuss in the next video, and further till 20 in further video I will discuss. So, coming to the main points. Location of Mauritius. So, where Mauritius located? Mauritius located in Indian Ocean. Second point, the people of Mauritius. Who and all reside in Mauritius? These are Indians, English, French, Dutch, Arabs, Africans, Persian. So, all these nations people reside in Mauritius. Thirdly, history of Mauritius. In history, we will come to know how these people have come to Mauritius and how they have invaded Mauritius and how many people have ruled and showed their supremacy in Mauritius. All these things, the battle of 1810 to 1968, all these things we will discuss in this point. And fourthly, nature of people. So, what is the nature of people? Whether they are friendly or rude or they are unfriendly, everything. Here, the people, nature of people of Mauritius is they are very relaxed, they are friendly, down to earth. And about administrators, nature of the administrators and their culture. And lastly, transport system. What is the transport system in Mauritius? Let's begin. I will repeat some of the difficult words in this lesson. While going through the lesson, please underline the words I tell you. Please take your textbooks, take the page number 22. The world atlas I have with me has many little dots and specks which have really nothing to do with the world or geography. It is an old one, and time to weather and generations of cockroaches have put them there. So it was with some difficulty that I was able to locate Mauritius in vastness of the Indian Ocean. So from these 4 lines we come to know that author had one very old map, that is atlas, and in that he wanted to point out Mauritius, and he could not point out the Mauritius because it is very tiny. It is a tiny speck of an island in Mauritius. So, this island situated below the equator on the 20th parallel, some 4,500 kilometers west of Bombay. So, here in the first paragraph I have already told you, this tells about the location of Mauritius. It locates in Indian Ocean and it is very tiny island, and it is below the equator on the 20th parallel. So, it is parallel to the 20th of equator. Equator's 20th parallel, some 4,500 kilometers south to Bombay. So, if we are traveling from Bombay, we need to travel some 4,500 kilometers. So, now the second para speaks about how he travelled to Mauritius. Our aircraft is bearing us towards it. Through the occasional gloss in the clouds, I glimpse, underline the word glimpse, I glimpse the ocean spread like a bluish grey steel sheet. There are acres and acres of cloud below me, having all sorts of funny shapes. In an odd abstract way. Curiously underline please. They resemble figures in the ancient legends also you underline, of China. Curiously, they resemble figures in the ancient legends of China, Rome, Greece, India, and what you have. So, while traveling through Mauritius, author just peeps out from the window of aeroplane. He just sees that the clouds, what and all shapes the cloud takes, all these things he observes, and he says that it resembles some figures, ancient figures of Rome, China, India, Greece, etc. Coming to third para, I cannot help drawing a comparison, albeit please underline, albeit ridiculous and rather far-fetched. Far-fetched also you underline, also ridiculous. So, I cannot help drawing a comparison, albeit ridiculous and rather far-fetched, between my vague observations. Vague also you underline. I cannot help drawing a comparison, albeit ridiculous and far-fetched, between my vague observations at 10,000 meters, watching the clouds, and what I learn of Mauritius later. This tiny island has an astonishingly underline. Similar variety, strange juxtapositions also underline, incongruities, odd mixtures of phrase and language. So, the author has said about his thinking, his guess about the Mauritius, that island, and the reality. Fourth para, here Africans and Chinese, Biharis and Dutch, Persians and Tamils, Arabs, French and English all rub their shoulders merrily with one another and emerge with a peculiar sense of oneness. So, all these type of people reside there, still they show their oneness. They are not different. A Tamil, for instance, now one incident he's saying about a Tamil. A Tamil, for instance, bears a deceptively, please underline, deceptively South Indian face and a name to go with it to boot, Radha Krishna Govindan. So, the name of the Tamilian would be always Tamilian name only. So, here one example he has given about some Radha Krishna Govindan. He is indeed from Madras. I speak to him in Tamil. So, seeing his name, author talked to him in Tamil. He surprises me by responding in frightfully mangled. Frightfully mangled, please underline. He surprises me by responding in frightfully mangled English with heavy French accent. He didn't reply him in Tamil, but he responded in English mixed with the French. Not French language, but French accent. So, there is always a difference between people who talk French and English. They have got a peculiar tone and peculiar spellings in their language. The same way, Govindan replied to the author in a peculiar French accent, but he was talking in English. Mr. Govindan has no knowledge of Tamil, and his tongue has ceased curling to produce Tamil sounds centuries ago. So, author thought that he is talking to one Tamil man. So, he thought that he must be knowing Tamil. Therefore, he started to talk to him Radhakrishna Govindan in Tamil language, but he surprises him as he spoke in English but in French accent. So, Radhakrishna Govindan has forgotten Tamil language long ago. Not forgotten, his ancestors have come to that place, so he didn't know anything about Tamil. Like others, fifth para, like others of his fellow men, his ancestors were brought to the island as slaves, or later as indentured laborers to work in sugarcane fields and factories, or to cut timber in the jungle and haul it to the boats. So main occupation and main occupation of Mauritius is main income also from sugarcane fields. So if you go to Mauritius, you can see Mauritius is full of sugarcane fields. So to plow and plow these sugarcane fields, people as laborers have come to that place. They were brought to Mauritius as laborers and indentured workers. Indentured workers is equal to slaves. So indentured workers. So many people have brought to Mauritius as indentured laborers and indentured laborers and other workers to work in sugarcane fields and also to factories to cut timber in the jungle and haul. Haul means to carry to the boats. So jungles are cut for timber purpose and it is hauled to the boats using these labors. Their roots in their original homeland withered, please underline, withered and disappeared with the passage of time. So what the author is saying, their origin, the ancestors have come there, and what are their origins in their mainland, where they were born, their ancestors were born, it is almost forgotten. So it has become history. Their roots in their original homelands withered and disappeared with the passage of time. So as the day passed, as the time passed, as the years passed, the history have forgotten. All of them together happily came to share in the triumph and defeats of whoever happened to be their masters among the buccaneering trinity of those days. So triumph, please underline, and buccaneering trinity. These three words you underline here. So what the author is saying, as these people were brought to that island, still these people have shared in the victory and also defeats of the masters. Whoever their masters are, they have shared their happiness and in the victory of the masters and their sorrow in the defeat of the masters. So Dutch, trinity of the days, the Dutch, the French and the English, who constantly waged battles for the position of the island, for its spices and sugar, or just for the strategic position. Strategic, please underline, strategic position on the maritime route to the east, conveniently placed as it was for piratical purposes. So piratical, please underline, and strategic underline, conveniently. This word also you underline. So what author is saying here in the fifth para is the Dutch and French and English, they fought for the purpose of strategic position is one reason, and for the sugarcane products and spices. So sugarcane is the main business there, main product of the island, and also they also grow spices. So these are used, these people fought with each other for the conveniency for their mainland, that is Dutch, French and English. They are also used to used for piratical purpose. You know about piratical purpose. In the sea there used to be pirates who used to steal the products which used to be carried to some other places, and these people used to steal those products and used to carry it to Mauritius for the richness. Sixth para. However, the Battle of 1810 ended all that in favor of the English. So there was a battle which started in 1810. So 1810 battle won by English. The French surrendered and handed over the island after extracting a favor from the conquerors that the French influence on the island be left intact. So the battle in 1810 had been fought between English and French. So English won the battle, and those who surrendered to English, that is French people, have asked for a favor. So what is the favor? The French people wanted to have the influence on this land, have the influence, French influence, that is by way of their culture or their language. So they requested our influence in this land should be intact. The English kept their word to the last day of their rule. So English have kept their word to the last day of their rule, which ended in 1968. And so we still have very musical but unpronounceable names like Trox, which is Beaubassin, and Quarterbones, Curipap, Boswell, and so on. So there are so many strange pronouncing names because English have kept their word which were given to French people when they won this island. Seventh para. The people are extremely relaxed and warm towards strangers. In the streets, in the bazaar, in the restaurants, it is common to be greeted and smiled at as if you were a long lost friend. Coming from Bombay with my precast grim expression of a city dweller, I react awkwardly. Awkwardly, please underline. At first, so much spontaneity and feel ashamed that I am not even able to produce the matching smile. So, Mumbaians are usually known for their friendly nature. Here, the author is saying, as he was going through Mauritius, he saw in the streets, in the bazaar, in the restaurants, people, though they are strangers to the author, they used to greet. Greet means wishing each other, and used to smile even to the strangers. So this he felt very awkward, as he could not produce the same spontaneity. Spontaneity, please underline here. Same type of spontaneity, and he felt ashamed of himself as he could not produce the same way of a smile or friendly gestures to the one who smiled at him or who greeted at him. So in this video, I'll finish off till this 7th para. In the next video, we will discuss from 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th. These paragraphs we'll discuss. Till then, read this lesson thoroughly. Whatever words I have told you to underline, please go through the dictionary. This is a homework for you. Go to the dictionary. First take in line, number the words, write in single line. Opposite to it, search in Oxford Dictionary. Especially use Oxford Dictionary. Search in Oxford Dictionary, and on other side of the page, write the meaning of the words. So each word you write it 3 times and learn it. Till then, thank you.